everyone. How are you doing on this beautiful Sunday morning? What's going on back there, Miley? What do you mean?
Where are we going? Church.
Church, guys. It's Sunday. It's God's day. I'm not going to preach to you guys, but I do show you what we do and, you know, what we go through and live our lives. But Miley had her first softball clinic for the year yesterday. And how'd that go, Mi?
Good.
Have some fun?
Mm-hmm.
Is your arm sore today?
My legs are.
Your legs are?
Yeah.
You guys did a lot of jumping in and out of ladders and stuff like that. I can't remember what they're called, so. Yeah, a lot of mobility and agility and stuff like that they worked on at the beginning. But
She has another one coming up soon too, right?
yeah, on Martin Luther King Day she has one, and then we have another one planned. Basically, guys, we're getting back into prep for softball season, so it's a big thing in our household. It's something we love doing, softball and baseball and pretty much all year-round sports, but we like to keep the kids active, and it's something they like doing. So do any of your guys' kids keep you guys moving like ours do every single day? Anyways, guys, we're going to head to church for a few hours, and yeah, I guess we'll be back in 1 second. So I figured I'd show you. That guy's was smashed. He bent it back already. This one was on the ground yesterday. He put it back on already. Those are on the ground. So no, we weren't singled out, and there's a few more on up the road, but yeah, they just had a fun night out, I guess you could say, huh?
I guess.
All right, so TQ is in here. It's Sunday. As you can see, 1:23 in the afternoon. What are you going to be making, TQ?
Some protein balls.
Protein balls. Today's kind of like our recharge day for starting our diet again tomorrow, but we want something sweet, and this is a little bit, not much, a little bit more healthy of an option.
Per ball, it's like 188 calories.
But we do save more because we use sugar-free chocolate chips. We do use a protein powder that has 50 grams of protein in it, but it does have some oats in it and honey in it, chia seeds. What else, TQ?
Flax seeds.
Flax seeds.
And that's it.
That's really
Peanut
it?
butter.
Cool. So I'll show you guys the finished product. It's really like a no-bake type almost, isn't it? Because there's no baking involved. Mix all the ingredients together and form your balls, and there you have it.
There you go.
And they're actually really good.
All right, guys. As you've seen earlier, I was making some protein balls. Got them all done. That's the final product. They don't last very long in the house, but that roughly, depending on the size, anywhere from 25 to 30 balls that little recipe will make. So, but they're really good.
So you guys are looking at the video right now of us using the Easy Bed Unloader that we bought from Harbor Freight. It was roughly about $45 with tax. And I'll tell you what, guys, overall, I would give it probably a 90 out of 100%. And I say that simply, I would say 100%, but we had to modify it so that it would work better for us. Mm-hmm. And I understand why they make it the way they do, because it's cheap, it's easy packaged, and honestly, it'll work that way for certain things. But for like us using it for the leaves, we had to go ahead and modify it and put a 4x4 on the back side of it here. I might put a little snippet in here of us doing that also, showing you guys what we did. But basically, we just wrapped it around a 4x4. I stapled it, and then I took a metal like carpet strip, and we screwed it down. So it was very secure, and it wouldn't rip through that tarp. And it worked pretty well. How did you like it, TQ?
I thought it was really good. The crank was easy to use. The only thing, we didn't really utilize the strap to hold down the tailgate. But, I mean, that's a great feature, too, when we did use it. But, I mean, overall, it was easy to use and easy to assemble and put it on the tailgate and everything. So.
Yeah, the main reason we didn't really utilize that strap is because we were normally both together. So one of us could just hold the tailgate down a little bit while the other cranked it and got it going. But if you're by yourself or solo or whatever, you can easily take that strap, put it on there, and then run it down and hook it underneath your bumper. And it's going to work perfectly fine. I mean, honestly, for $45, guys, what can you expect? You know, it helps out. You don't have to unload it by hand. You know, I've done that plenty of times, and I'll tell you what, this Easy Bed Unloader, this thing is really, really good for $45.
I will say the mesh material of it's pretty hardy.
guys, so getting down to the nitty-gritty here of this video, it's that time of the year. A lot of people are starting to think about starting lawn care, landscaping, and you know, there can be a lot of adversity there whenever you're starting to think about it, because right now you're simply thinking about it. It's a thought up here in your mind, and that's about all it is. Now you need to take that thought and implement it into an action, okay? But whenever you go to implement this into an action, you're going to start getting what, TQ?
You're going to get doubters.
Yeah. Doubters,
Naysayers,
haters,
yeah.
naysayers.
You can't do it.
Yep. You're going to get a lot of people
You're
there.
not going to make enough money.
Mm-hmm.
Just...
You're going to get a lot of people that are going to tell you it can't happen. You can't do it. You know, that's part of it that you need to expect, and it's going to come 100%. And it could be your parents, it could be a friend, it could be a girlfriend, it could be a wife, a husband, it could be the pastor at your church. It could be anybody, okay? Now, I want to tell you, whenever this does come, what are you going to do right off the rip? Are you going to what, TQ?
Not do it.
Yeah, you're going to quit, you know, or you're going to say, that's the end. You know, Chucky that lives next door said I can't do it, so I can't do it, right?
Well, wrong, actually.
Yeah, exactly. So a long time ago, guys, whenever I decided I was going to start up my lawn care business, a lot of people, you know, they were like, Sean, there's no money in it. Sean, you can't take care of your family doing it. What are you going to do about health insurance? And that is the biggest problem, is health insurance, guys. There's no cheap alternative to it. And you need to take care of your family. So you're going to pay up at some point to get that health insurance. But until you get to that point, wherever you need to pay for your health insurance, you can get government assistance. You can get help through the government to take care of your family until you at least get to that point. Or if you want to rogue it or take a chance, you know, you can do that also. But just know you're taking a chance. But there is help out there if you need it. So a long time ago, I told TQ, hey, I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to start this lawn care business up. And I'll be honest with you guys, I had no clue if I was going to be successful, but I had nothing to lose, and I knew I had the drive to do it. I knew I had the knowledge to do it, and I knew at that time I had some equipment to do it, okay? At that time, guys, I had a Craftsman lawnmower, a push mower, a John Deere trimmer. I didn't even own a blower whatsoever, not a handheld or nothing, so I used a push broom. You know, I'll be honest with you, I made excuses a lot of times, you know, to maybe not clean up a little bit of grass back then, but you know what? I made it happen. I cleaned up as much as I could with the push broom so that the customers wouldn't complain and I can continue growing. And once I got to a point, you know, a little bit later that year, TQ's dad actually bought me my first handheld blower. It was a Husqvarna from Lowe's. It was around like $150, and I believe it was a Christmas present, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Christmas present. So that was my first blower ever, guys. And I'll tell you what, that following spring, I thought I had gold. I thought I had money because I was out there just blowing the grass off. But long story short, guys, you can't let excuses hold you back from achieving your dreams, okay?
That's right.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Excuses are nothing but thoughts in your mind that are holding you back from achieving your dreams, guys. That's all they are. So I started off with a Boland's push mower. I mean, it was a crapper, like $35. I think I got it off window of my neighbor next door. But it worked. I push mowed a lot of lawns, you know, $30 lawns, $35 lawns. And I made it happen. I didn't make excuses. And then I realized very quickly I was going to have to use my homeowner model Craftsman lawnmower garden tractor if I wanted to take on a little bit bigger properties. But the number one thing here is I didn't make excuses, guys. I found a solution to a problem, and I tackled it, okay?
You made it work for what you had.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, moving forward to that next year when I bought the Toro Time Cutter for $4,400, guys, there were a lot of years, I know you guys can remember some of the early YouTube videos. I had a lot of haters on there. I had a lot of doubters on there because I was using a residential lawnmower with a stamped deck, you know. It was not a commercial grade fabricated deck. You know, it was what I could afford. But simply, I'm going back to the whole not making excuses here, guys, and using what you have, what you can afford, until you get to the point where you can buy something that, you know, is going to get you bigger and better. We did not start off with these, you know, commercial grade lawnmowers, guys. You know, this is a almost $11,000 mower. That's almost an $11,000 mower. I couldn't fathom back then spending $22,000 plus on lawn care equipment.
That kind
of
money was unheard of.
Yeah, exactly.
When we started out, like, what kind of money is that?
Yeah, you guys got to realize.
We started from nothing.
Yeah, $22,000 here we spent on these mowers, and I'm not gloating whatsoever, guys. I know you guys can get to the point where you can afford these lawnmowers, and there's guys way ahead of me that have 30 of these lawnmowers, guys. I'm simply showing you this because I went from a push mower, a Craftsman lawnmower that was like $600 to now, we can afford these kind of things, okay? And we bought the Skag Cheetah back in the day, and, we bought the Toro Time Cutter. It's going to take time, guys, to grow, okay? But you have to be willing to take a chance. But also, you have to understand that no matter what, people are going to tell you you can't do it. Back then, if people would have told me, hey, Sean, you're never going to make this work. You're never going to make it happen. I would have just up and quit, and I would still be working a job.
But, there were people that did that to you.
For sure,
There were a handful of people that did that to you, but look at them now. Look at us now. Like, we did it. We're doing it. Yeah. And you guys can do it, too.
100%. You guys can do it, too. We're nobody special, guys. Yes, we do put a lot of our life out here for you guys to enjoy and to grow off of, but a lot of what we put out here is simply so that you guys can look at it and say, you know what, we're a lot like Spencer and TQ, we still have a lot of issues here with the house we need to fix, the siding, I got a few roof leaks, we have plumbing issues, we have a lot of things that...
And what's funny is we have issues around here, and we actually turn to YouTube for ideas and try to do it yourself kind of thing we learn from other people, just like you guys do. With our channel, you learn from us, and we learn from others. We learn from each other. So, it's just a cycle.
So yes, looking back on the past, at that time, I couldn't fathom having all of this: the tandem axle trailer and the plow and salt spreader and 2 mowers. And this is all stuff we bought, guys. Yes, we have received some small handhelds that were given to us for review and stuff like that. But the majority of our big stuff here, we purchased ourselves with our hard-earned money, and it took a lot of time. As you guys know, we bought this mower, and then this past year when we saved up enough to afford the Toro, we went and bought the Toro. A lot of you thought that we got this Toro given to us. We did not get that Toro given to us, guys.
No.
That we bought with our hard-earned money, guys. But yeah, just simply, it's that time of year when a lot of guys are starting, and gals are starting to think about starting up lawn care and landscaping, and that doubt's going to creep into your mind. The haters are going to come.
It's not even just lawn care and landscaping. It's all kinds of opportunities out there that they're trying to start up, So
exactly.
Just put all the negative out of your mind, and all the haters. If they don't want to be on your level, then you know what to do with them.
Yes, guys. And I'll tell you right now, 1 in 3 people right now in America are an entrepreneur, small business owner. 1 in 3, guys. 1 in 3. That is unheard of. 1 in 3. You can do the research, you can look it up, but 1 in 3. Now, does that mean everybody's going to be successful? No, it doesn't. You're going to have to put in the hard work. You're going to have to learn as much as you possibly can, and you're going to have to be smart about business, simply. You're going to have to continue growing. I don't know everything. I'm not going to sit here and act like I know everything. TQ doesn't know everything, but we know enough, and we're profiting every single year. Our growth is going up. We're trimming the fat, and we're running successful businesses, guys.
It's a learning process every single day.
Exactly. And you guys can do it too. You gals can do it too. I promise you, if you're willing to put in the hard work and continue learning and continue growing, and sometimes take a little bit of criticism like we are, constructive criticism is not bad, guys. Mm-hmm. You too can make it happen, guys. Okay? So, as always,
keep mowing,
keep growing,
keep making money, boys.
We'll talk to you later.
TQ out.
Peace, guys. Get out there and kill it.